Hey, thanks for the assist out there. And by the way, now that I've officially got the part again, it's not too late for me to pull some strings and get you a role.
I think I'm cool with sitting this one out.
Alright, well the door's open if I'm back for Rank and File 5. Although I heard R-Truth pitch the producers on making it an office drama with him as a star, and it's under strong consideration, so we'll see. Oh, by the way, I left tickets for my real parents again. No luck, though.
Still doing that, huh?
Yep. And who knows, maybe if they're not WWE fans, then they'll see me in the movie. Can't hurt.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, before you go out for your match, you mind signing my script?
Sure. May you always have a happy Ranksgiving.
See? It is catching on. Haha.
Busy night for you, huh? I mean, if I were defending my title against an opponent like me, I might be just a little more focused on my match.
Don't worry. I'm more than capable of helping a friend out and beating you in the same night.
Well, while you've been off auditioning for movies and getting in fights with your old high school bully, I've been training for our match. You see, it's become a bit personal for me. You might even say I feel disrespected by your attitude. It's like everything's easy for you, huh? You show up in WWE and just waltz your way to the top? Well, that makes me angry.
Didn't you do the exact same thing?
Not even close.
You're right. It's not the same. Because I didn't have a famous dad to help me get here. I've earned everything I have.
There it is again. Disrespect. And speaking of that, beating me is not even on your list as far as I can tell.
I only put my goals on there, not things I expect to do.
Fair enough. Well, after tonight, you'll have a new goal to put on your list. Take back the Raw Women's Championship from Charlotte Flair. Woo!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Raw Women's Championship.
Corey, what do you think of the champ's chances here tonight?
I love him. I'm not like everybody else, Cole. It seems like everybody's ready to write the champ's demise, but not me.
Here comes the Queen. Already a legend. First ever women's Hell in a Cell match against Sasha Banks. An amazing Iron Man match as well. Charlotte has accomplished it all in such a short period of time. Guys, she's been waiting a long time for this opportunity here tonight.
Let's just hope she doesn't blow it, Cole, because opportunities like this don't come along very often.
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair. And introducing the champion, the Raw Women's Champion, the Queen.
We're about to see which woman rules the landscape around here.
We've heard coming into this match that Charlotte has felt disrespected by Red, especially considering Red did not put beating Charlotte on her list.
Well, the list has proven to be a great motivational tool for Red and Trey, but now we've seen its potential downside. It's provoked Red's opponent tonight, who's already imposing enough without extra motivation.
It's kind of similar to bulletin board material in sports when a player talks trash and provides some extra incentive for their opponent.
What would you know about that? Anyway, some of those points are good, but the time for talk is over. Let's find out who can back it up.
Here she goes.
From the top. Oh, an elbow drop.
Oh, it's a piercing elbow. Charlotte Flair is one of the most accomplished superstars on the entire WWE roster, male or female. She's a multi-time champion, and I can't imagine going head-to-head with her and not being intimidated.
But Charlotte Flair's as cool as they come, but just like her father, the longer the match goes, the more visibly frustrated she can get. When you're emotionally desperate, it can lead you to make a dire mistake. Charlotte's opponent would be wise to play it cool and act on any potential mistake. But be cautious. You don't want to get on Charlotte's bad side with no exit strategy.
Incredible impact. She's gaining momentum here, guys.
She's looking good now. We'll see if it lasts.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Oh, no, Charlotte's still dazed.
Oh!
Back in from the floor. The smartest thing a young star can do is learn from a veteran. And Charlotte has the best in the wrestling business. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
If you're lucky as a rookie, you can bend the ear of a trainer or a visiting legend for a few minutes. But Charlotte has had 30 years to learn from her father.
Harsh impact.
The challenger not looking good right now.
She may have underestimated the opposition she'd face tonight.
Kinshasa! Oh, man!
Is it enough? 2, 3. And you can put this singles match in the books.
This is where we can see where Charlotte fell short of her legacy.
This was one of those matches that had flashes of brilliance, but never quite lived up to all the hype. Good match overall, though.
She left it all in the ring, and I expected nothing less.
Here is your winner and still the Raw Women's Champion, the Queen.
A very decisive victory here tonight.
That'll knock Charlotte down a peg or two.
I think so, too.
And I'd say that match certainly lived up to SummerSlam's historic and prestigious past.
Hey, thanks for the assist out there. And by the way, now that... Can you believe they're all the way up to rank and file 7 now?
No, I can't. I thought they would have stopped making them after your performance.
Wow! Didn't realize this was a roast.
No, it's just that you definitely had some interesting priorities earlier in your career. First, it was the movie. Then you were obsessed with getting your own action figure.
It was on the list since day one.
Yeah, which made you super jealous when I got one before you did. Remember this? Are you still a little bit jealous?
No.
Are you sure?
I think you're exaggerating how I reacted.
Really? Because that's not how I remember it. Check it out, my first action figure. Pretty cool, right?
Awesome. They really nailed the detail in your face.
You didn't even really look at it.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about action figures. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Literally no one says that. Wait, are you jealous because you don't have one yet?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, look, I get it. This was more your thing, but it's just an action figure.
It's more than that to me. Think of how you felt when I won a title in WWE before you did. It's like that, but 10 times worse.
Comparing titles to action figures might be a little extreme. But if it makes you feel any better, I'll wait and let you cross it off our list whenever you get one.
No, it's fine. Cross it off. You earned it.
I see you got your first action figure. We've had like 30 now, so it's kind of boring at this point.
Where's yours?
I think he didn't get one.
Well, that's awkward. I think even like Tom Phillips got one.
He doesn't really deserve it.
Well, that's true. He's lucky even to be on the roster.
Sorry, we got sidetracked with a private conversation that had absolutely nothing to do with you. But since apparently you don't have an action figure, we like to give you ours.
Happy Rusev Day!
Do you think he heard what we said?
Who cares? He's a loser.
I heard he freaking jerks, and if I had an action figure of my own, I would team up with Red's action figure to kick your action figure stupid plastic butts.
Or even better, how about we take them down in real life?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I guess we could do that.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. weighing in at 225 pounds, the Hero.
Listen to this crowd, guys. They're fired up for this one.
As well as they should be. This match has instant classic written all over it.
Well, I think we can all agree that this will be no easy match for him here tonight.
Yeah, but you can say that about every match here on the card. There's no such thing as a cakewalk here in the WWE.
And the Raw Women's Champion, the Queen.
The atmosphere inside this arena for this one is absolutely insane, guys.
And if you think this is insane, just wait until this thing kicks into high gear. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Rusev Day, Cole. You know Rusev Day is not a real holiday, right?
Blasphemy.
And from Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds, the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev.
Hey, Corey, I heard that they were going to add a fifth bust to Mount Rushmore.
I didn't hear that. I heard that same thing. Going to feature the Lion of Bulgaria, Rusev. Oh, my gosh. A couple more wins here. We're going to have WWE 2K Rusev Day edition. Don't you stop it.
The ravishing Russian.
And from Moscow, the ravishing Russian, Lana!
I heard Booker T might have learned a little variation of his spinneroonie from Lana.
I actually heard the same thing. I'm going to double check with my sources and get some verification on that.
Well, tell me you guys didn't just say that.
Lana, extremely beautiful, incredibly talented in the ring, has improved immensely during her time here in WWE. WWE superstars end up facing each other in the ring for a variety of reasons. Tonight, Red and Trey are squaring off with Rusev and Lana because of, well, action figures.
Well, from what I hear, Trey was throwing a tantrum because he didn't get an action figure and then was apparently offended when Rusev and Lana tried to graciously give him theirs.
Hey, I can relate to Trey. I mean, you guys have them, but when am I going to get my own action figure?
Never. Never, ever, because nobody wants that, Saxton.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
He's definitely being the aggressor here.
Not sure how long this will last, but he's fired up right now.
I got right to the gut.
It's pretty obvious that by the way that Rusev applies the accolade, our true American hero is looking to do a lot more than win the match. Rusev wants to seriously injure his opponents, each and every one of them.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Head crank. Tying up the legs now. Oh, looking for the surfboard. Oh. Uh-oh, no, don't do this. Don't do this.
Oh, again!
Looks like Rusev's in a bit of trouble here. That kick will stop you in your tracks. He caught him slipping.
Samoan drop.
Ooh, what impact. Lana exhibits superior strategy and intelligence and is incredibly beautiful. But the ravishing Russian chooses to use her talents for evil.
Boom, what impact. Ooh, boom. Not looking good right now. Boot right in the jaw. Long way down.
And it's Rusev answering back.
Gets the tag.
Finds its mark. And the DDT! Oh, what impact.
Hooked him up. Really a back suplex.
Tying up the legs now. Oh, looking for the surfboard.
Oh, nasty impact.
Lana faltering some. She's calling her out.
Kinshasa! Oh, man! Cover! 1, 2, 3.
There's the pinfall. And the victory.
Here are your winners.
Enormous victory right there.
You never know what you're going to get when you pair up a mixed tag team. But I must say, these two worked very well together.
Wow, I don't think we're going to have too many disappointed viewers at home. Not with action like we just saw.
In all seriousness, even though it wasn't as important to me, it was pretty cool when not long after that you got your first action figure and crossed it off our list.
But the fact we had different priorities is partly what made this work, because let's be honest, if we'd been competing for the same things, I'm not sure we could have been friends. You were just always so driven to be the best.
Maybe, but it's not like I was only focused on individual goals. Like, what about when we went to SmackDown Live and I ended up teaming with someone who was a great influence and mentor to me? I'm talking about Mickie James, of course! Stand up and take a bow, Mickie, you deserve it. You fought hard, but it just wasn't your night.
Let's face it, it hasn't been your night in a long time. Now, as general manager of SmackDown Live, it's my job to present a cutting-edge product, which means constantly introducing new talent to keep our brand fresh and exciting. But we can't add new talent without making subtractions. So I'm sorry, Mickey, but based on your recent performance, you can either announce your retirement or, unfortunately, I'll have to make that decision for you.
Wait, so you're basically forcing her out? She deserves better than that.
I understand where you're coming from, but like I said, this is bigger than one person. It's about protecting the brand.
There would be no brand without women like Mickie James.
You know what? It's okay. It's okay. I've been doing this a long time, and maybe I've lost a step. Maybe it's just time to hang it up.
No, you can't just accept this. There has to be another way.
Well, there is one other option, but it would just be delaying the inevitable. Mickie can continue competing on SmackDown Live, as long as she wins. But the very next match she loses is her last.
She'll do it.
I will?
All right. Good luck.
Look, I appreciate the support, but with my record as of late, I don't think I'll be sticking around too long.
Or maybe you will with me by your side.
What do you mean?
Big Show didn't say you had to win singles matches.
Are you sure you want to set aside your own goals to do this?
There's nothing I'd rather do than protect your legacy by sending you out on a winning streak. And one last title run. Win women's tag team championships with Mickie James.
Welcome everyone to the most iconic talk show ever, Iconic Talk, with your hosts,
The Iconics.
We just said iconic so many times.
You said it again. I think we just set a record.
Speaking of records, I want to remind everyone that we are now the longest running women's tag team champions ever from Australia.
They're also the only women's tag team champions from Australia.
Which brings us to my favorite segment of Iconic Talk.
It's time for Why Australia is Better.
This is a part of the show where we educate our audience on different aspects of Australian culture and explain
why Australia is better.
Okay, what do we have this week?
The great sport of cricket.
Which has nothing to do with filthy little insects.
No, it's actually a sport that is very popular in Australia.
Think of it like a way better version of your horrible, dull baseball.
To further educate you on this superior sport, let's go over the laws of cricket, shall we?
There are only 42 of them. Shouldn't take long.
Law 1. A cricket team consists of 11 players, including a captain.
That's a great law. One of my favourites. Now, Law 2.
Hey, what are these two doing out here? There were still 41 laws to go. I wanted to learn more about cricket.
I think you were the only one.
Law 2. The Iconics should never be allowed to have a talk show, as it'll put everyone watching to sleep.
That's not an actual law.
Yeah, don't listen to her.
Why are you two even out here?
It's very rude to interrupt someone's talk show. I recommend you go back and watch the segment we did on manners.
We're here because we want a tag team championship match.
So you two are a team now. What are you calling yourselves?
Red and grey.
Because Mickey's so old, get it?
Hilarious. She really is a fossil.
You've never even teamed before, so what makes you think you deserve a shot at our titles?
Maybe because 8 years ago in Calgary, I beat you in my very first match. And I've only gotten better since then. Way better.
Oh, okay. So you're saying since a long time ago, I felt bad for my pathetic opponent and basically took the night off because I was freezing, that a decade later, when that pathetic opponent rears her ugly head with an elderly partner, they deserve a tag title opportunity? Makes sense?
That was sarcasm. The answer is no.
If you think that we need to prove ourselves as a team, then we'll do it right now in a non-title match. If we win, we get a championship match. And if you win, you end my career.
That whole career-ending stipulation is enticing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It would be nice to put her out to pasture.
We'll do it.
But only after we finish teaching everyone about cricket.
Law 3. Never interrupt the Iconics.
The Iconics viciously attack Red and Mickey with those cricket bats.
And rightfully so. They violated Law 3.
Red and Mickey are going to be at a severe disadvantage going into this match with so much at stake.
If you're just joining us, this is a non-title match with the stipulation that if Red and Mickey can defeat the Iconics, they earn a shot at their tag team titles. However, if the Iconics win, Mickey James' career will be over.
And Red and Mickey are clearly not 100% after that brutal attack by the Iconics.
Look, no one wants to see a pioneer like Mickey James have her career come to an end, but it's going to happen sooner or later, and I have a feeling it'll be sooner, as in tonight, at the hands of the tag team champions.
She's taking charge here.
Yeah, she's a little bundle of energy right now.
She's forced onto the defensive now.
I really like the resolve we've seen from her in this tag team match, guys. Though, I wouldn't be against the tag here. You know, just so she can gather herself a bit.
Oh, a flurry of strikes. She's got her.
Oh, down across the knee.
Straight punch. Jarring. Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Tough spot to be in. Tag. Oh, man.
That'll make your legs go numb.
I got right to the gut.
Setting up for a neck breaker.
She might be in some trouble now.
She's taking on quite a bit of damage here, guys. And if she doesn't find a way to make the tag soon, this one might be over.
Somehow has to find a way to make a tag here.
Completely agree. Getting the partner in here is absolutely vital.
Missed the tag. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Billie Kay showing such creativity.
Not again.
One of these competitors is eventually going to have to gain the upper hand.
Textbook vertical suplex. Bam. Looking to make the tag here.
A tag at this point can change the whole complexion of this match, Michael.
She comes up short.
I can't even begin to tell you how important that tag was to their chances here tonight.
What do we got here?
Slam with authority.
She's in control. Oh, again! Needs to make it to the corner here, Corey.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Cole. There's no way around it. A tag is vital at this point in the match.
Look out! Elbow drop! And it's Billie Kay showing some agility. Well scouted reversal there.
Really needs to get to the corner and make a tag.
Otherwise, this match may be over sooner than later.
She fails to make the tag.
She really needed to get to her corner, too.
Boom, boom, persistent barrage. Big move coming. Impactful slam. Off into the pin. Two.
The size of this girl's heart is simply immeasurable.
I see where she's going with this. Kinshasa!
Oh, man! Looking for the victory!
There's two!
And the pinfall gets him the win.
Here are your winners!
Looking dominant at times in the victory.
These two work so well together, Michael. I'd be surprised if they went their separate ways anytime soon.
I'd be curious to see how this win impacts the rest of the tag team division.
That was awesome! And considering our lack of experience together, I'd say we make a pretty good team.
I agree. I mean, you know what? I just want to say thank you for doing this. I could be sitting at home right now, but instead we have a chance to win the tag team championships. And even if my career does end, this is a heck of a way to go out.
Before you celebrate too much, we just found out your tag title match will be taking place on our home turf.
That's right, in our great country, in front of our fans at Super Showdown.
It doesn't matter. We'll beat you anywhere.
Oh, you should also know it's going to be an Australian rules tag match,
which are the most iconic rules.
What does that even mean?
It means it'll be no disqualification, tornado tag.
Or willy willy tag, as we say down under.
Hey, Mickey, you should pack an extra week of clothes. You know, so you can go on holiday in Australia after we end your career.
We'll call our grandparents and see if they know of any good senior resorts.
Welcome to another edition of Women Who Fight, where we have breaking news. Ooh. The new team of Red and Mickie James will get a tag team championship opportunity at Super Showdown.
You neglected to mention it will be an Australian rules tag match in front of the Iconics' home crowd. I think all of that adds up to this being Mickie James's final match.
You know, as our resident WWE expert, I have to mention that Ric Flair faced a similar career-ending stipulation years ago, and he went on to win quite a few matches before Shawn Michaels eventually retired him at WrestleMania. I think this situation could motivate Mickie James to go on a similar winning streak.
Ric Flair and Mickie James are two completely different people in two completely different eras. Besides, Flair was competing in singles matches, not as part of a team, which means Mickey's career is not only in her own hands, but also Red's. That's a lot of pressure.
Well, if anyone can handle that kind of pressure, it's Red. She's been a champion everywhere she's gone, and her win-loss record is one of the best we've ever seen. Not to mention, Mickie James is a hero of hers. I mean, the last thing Red wants to do is let her down.
But that win-loss record you mentioned is from singles matches. Red's never been part of a team. Meanwhile, the Iconics have been teaming for years. They grew up together.
Okay. Can we at least agree that it was a good thing that Red and Mickie interrupted the Iconics' rules of cricket?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of interested to learn more about it. Seems like a cool sport.
Seriously?
You know, maybe we should start talking about cricket on the show. Would probably get about as much time as MMA does.
Here we go again. All right, fine. I'll wrap this up by saying I firmly believe we'll see new tag team champions coming out of Super Showdown, and more importantly, Mickie James will go on to fight another day.
Sorry, can you repeat all that? I was reading about cricket.
Really?
Mm-hmm.